Hi guys, it's Bree, Breezy Bree. I know I haven't been on here for a while, but things have been happening, been going on. I've been busy, and I'm concerned because I only have 3 subscribers or something or other. At any rate, I wanted to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County and their reunion. They had their first reunion this week, and I there was a lot going on, you guys. Oh my goodness. First of all, Tamra and Kelly could not stop calling each other dumbo and dummy. And I'm sitting there thinking, you are 2 grown women. You should know better. And Tamra and Vicki and all of the rest of you have got to stop stooping to Kelly's level. Kelly is delusional. Kelly does not see herself well at all. And whenever you tell her what she's doing to you, she puts it back onto you. And a lot of the things that Vicki said about Kelly last season and this season, those things were actually put out in the press, and one of them is on one of the YouTube channels directly from her mother. Her mother and her brother are having a conversation about her pushing the mother down the stairs. So I just wanted to come on and, talk about the reunion. They were having an issue with Vicki. Vicki is like, she is really hurt about how Bravo is treating her because she feels like she was the trailblazer of the Real Housewives period. She's the reason that that show is there. She positioned that show to Bravo and they took it on. And she kind of feels, isolated. She feels like that Bravo has really downgraded her and taken away something that she actually had the idea for. So that's why she keeps saying, my show for 15 years. And she's very confident in that. And I don't think that Bravo should have demoted Vicki. I really don't. I just don't believe that at all. And I'm sorry, I'm blinking a lot because my eyes are like a mess. I am 56 years old and I'm really going through the menopausal thing, and my eyes is just like everything is happening suddenly. I was, feeling vibrant and everything and jogging and running and exercising, and now suddenly I'm just going through this thing, and I'll get through it. But I digress, okay? At any rate, I really have a great respect for Vicki and any woman who works hard to have her own business. And I think Vicki is probably one of the hardest working women, and I would dare say in America, because it takes a lot to run an insurance agency, honey. I mean, she had to get tested by the state. She has to keep up her testing. She has to stay educated on the insurance industry, which by now she is probably an expert at. And forgive me, I'm going to see if I can't get something to wipe down my I went to Starbucks, so I'm going to use one of their napkins. Oh goodness. Let's see. Anyway, so let's see what else happened on the show. We have Emily and Gina coming to heads, and I'm really glad Emily stood her ground. The one thing I didn't really recognize about these women on Orange County this year that I normally recognize is their dress. None of them had on anything memorable. In fact, I didn't even think, except Vicki. But I don't remember what color it was. I just remember it was, a bright color. I don't know if it was orange or yellow or what have you, but I liked her dress, and I liked her hair. You can tell I'm a Vicki fan. I do like Vicki, even though she acts crazy sometimes on the show. At any rate, Gina and Emily are going back and forth, and they're talking about their relationship throughout the season. And Gina is just really kind of selfish. She thinks that it's okay for there are people like this in this world. They think it's okay for them to do certain things and say things about other people and not recognize how it's going to affect the other people. because they're only thinking about what they think about that person. And that's kind of the relationship that Gina has had with Emily. And Emily is fighting that off, in spite of the fact that she really likes Gina. She likes her as a friend. And they end up, hugging it out at the end. At the same time, and Gina, as you know, her husband, I always wondered, why is he never on the show? He's like never on the show. All the other husbands show up. They've never shown him. And so she tells them that, or Andy asks her about the domestic violence issue, and she just doesn't want to talk about it. She does not elaborate on it at all. And the next thing that happens is when Vicki finally comes out, she lays Kelly out. And I'm so happy. I mean, she lets her have it. Because, Vicki got it going on. Vicki was a millionairess there in Orange County before Bravo came on the scene. So, she lets Kelly, she's like, you're a renter. None of the money you've made is yours. It's your husband's money. I mean, she let Kelly have it. And I think that's why Kelly was so strong in her defense, even though it was lies. But she was so strong, she can do nothing but call names and start cursing whenever people are right about her. And I loved it because Vicki stood up for herself. She stood her ground, and I like that. Okay, she wasn't going to let this bully Kelly push her over. Tamra is really upset, and I kind of have an issue with Tamra because in the last episode before the reunion, actually 2 episodes back, Tamra invited Kelly to Vicki's engagement party that her and Shannon were giving. And then when she gets there, and I don't think this is all tequila, I really think this was planned out somehow in Tamra's head. When Kelly gets there, at some point, Tamra turns on Kelly and she's like, you have nerve being here. And I'm thinking, you invited her. You said it would be good for her to be there, and that she would regret it if she didn't show up. So I'm trying to understand Tamra, and now she's blaming Kelly, which I don't agree with Kelly when she went to the gentleman who is suing Tamra and Shannon. I don't know, Jim. She went to Jim about something, and I don't think it was really much about nothing. She was just talking about her opinion. It had nothing to do with the lawsuit or the legalities. It's just that Tamra thinks that made the lawsuit worse. I don't know how it made the lawsuit worse unless, the courts are looking at Tamra's character overall on the show and how she treats other people and trying to use that. But she's already paying out the money. I think they may have lost, and that's why she's having to pay out so much money. She's having to pay monthly installments to Jim because I think he might have won, allegedly. I'm not sure. So when you're on shows like that, you have to be careful what you say about people who are not involved in what they call now the collective of the show. And Jim wasn't really, he was a husband of one of the previous castmates, but he wasn't involved in the show. And so you have to be careful what you say about those people, because now she's losing, I think, like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And she just bought that new beautiful home, her and her husband. So, I'm trying to think what else happened on the show. I didn't write it out. I'm doing this on the fly before I go into work. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here. There was not a whole lot else happening. Next week, we will see Kelly apologizing to Vicki. So that's what happens, okay? When you stand your ground against some bullies and you get to them, they have no choice but to apologize. Okay, not all of them will, but they have no choice but to give in because they can't beat you. They've been beaten down. Okay, and Vicki let her have it on the show. And again, I'm happy about that. So anyway, I digress. I'm going to leave now. You guys have a great holiday. I don't know if I'll be back on before next week because I really am trying to. I'm in the process of moving, number one, and I'm trying to get things situated with this channel. I have cards, I have blogger cards I'm giving out to people, and I still only have 3 subscribers. I don't know, maybe it's my energy. I'm going to have to work on that. But anyway, thanks to those who do clue in, and please remember to like, subscribe, and click on the notification button. And thanks. Have a great day. Make some goals for yourself this year. It's going to be 2020. Bye.